Go.
Hey, welcome back everyone to the second day of one of the biggest South Asian tournaments, that is the Spicy Jade Cup, sponsored by Uncle Zuko, Wisma Gaming and Spicy Gaming. This is your caster Skated for the day with my co-caster and your favorite Jinx.
Hi guys, welcome back to the stream. We had such an amazing response yesterday, so hopefully the same thing continues today. So thank you all for being with us. For the first match of today, we have DS Paradox versus Apocalypse, and DS Paradox is on the left side and Apocalypse is on the right. So are you excited for this, Cadet?
Of course, I surely am excited, and viewers must also be, because we will be having 2 elite skin giveaways as well as 20 diamond charisma for 10 people, and there is a small surprise waiting for you, all the fans, all the Jinx fans out there, and I will tell that after the match gets over. So looking over to the bans, Jinx, DS Paradox banning a Benedetta as well as a Paquito, while Apocalypse going with a ban of Shango and a Rafaela. Okay.
Yep.
What do you think about the bans right now?
Yeah, looks like they're following the meta, and there's no respect bans here. They're just following the meta. They banned that Rafaela because of the support meta going on, and that Change because she's so annoying with her ulti, and she's really good at objectives too. So overall pretty good ban so far, and looks like banning that Change also helped them in getting this Esmeralda.
Yes, but to be honest, in Esmeralda against a Chango, I personally feel like Esmeralda will be the one having the upper hand, because the Chango's shield that she gets from second ability, it can all be absorbed by Esmeralda. But then again, Chango has an insane mobility, so who knows?
Totally. It just depends on who gets to use their ultimate first at that point.
Yes, and with that, we can see that a Mathilda first pick, I really like that, and with a Mathilda pick, I remember that even I Prince like Mathilda a lot, and viewers, we will be having our guest caster, that is I Prince, for the second match, so make sure to stick to the channel, share the stream with your friends, like the stream, subscribe to the channel, and please support us as much as you can so that we can bring you with more intense gaming actions and we can progress on with the esports in South Asia. Well, looking over to the draft right now, after the Mathilda pick, Team DS Paradox are going on for a Granger as well as a Lunox. I'm actually liking their draft pretty much. Meanwhile, Team Apocalypse, they went with an Esmeralda, a Gadot Kacha, and a Badang. Okay, Jinx, just based on these heroes, just the 6 heroes that we see on the screen, who do you think might be having the upper hand right now?
So Team Apocalypse obviously has a pretty tanky lineup going on. As for Team DS Paradox, they have more damage output. And this Lunox is going to counter that Esmeralda and Gatot, because we all know she's a tank killer. Plus they have that extra flicker from Matilda's second skill. So it looks like they have good mobility as well. So right now, I think the draft is kind of favoring DS Paradox.
Alright, you're going with the DS Paradox, but DS Paradox fall. And I think so that Team Apocalypse is also not that bad, because if they reach that late game, then it's gonna be pretty difficult for the side of DS Paradox, because Gatot will be super tanky, Esmeralda will be tanky after the items she get, as well as the damage that she will deal, that will be literally insane. And now they went on for an Aurora. You know how insanely good Aurora is against the assassins as well as the marksmen. She can just stun you using a second skill, and then you'll be standing right there waiting for your death while she casts her ultimate over you. So yeah, yep. I kind of like the draft of Apocalypse as well. Team DS Paradox, I guess they're more focused for that early to mid game. Meanwhile, Team Apocalypse are more focused from mid to late game. Let's see, who do you think will be the hyper for Team Apocalypse?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Never mind. I was asking. Yes, I was asking who might be the hyper for the side of Team Apocalypse, and as you can see, it's most probably going to be a Claude. Okay, yeah. Jinx. So now, as we can see, all the 10 heroes in front of us, who do you think will have the upper hand in this game?
Okay, so Apocalypse has all that CC with that Aurora ultimate and her freeze and Gato ultimates and plus Badang. So they have all the crowd control in the world. As for DS Paradox, they don't really have much. They only have this Matilda who can use her ultimate and push people into the team fights. So, but I'm still going to go with the blue team because I feel like they have a much higher damage output and they would be able to attack Apocalypse a bit more, as well as this Uranus is going to be so tanky during late game.
Yes, I totally agree to that. Uranus is literally the one of the best sandbags of this game. So yeah, I kind of like that Uranus offlane pick, and I will be, just as I said, will be siding with Team Apocalypse a little bit. I will be biased, just because of the fact that there's a Claude, and I don't see a proper crowd control coming in from the side of Team DS Paradox to stop that blazing duet. So the only thing that's going to save them will be the absurd amount of damage that will be coming out from Lilia as well as Lunas combined. And other than that, I think so if the 10 stack Claude gets his way to near that Granger, then that's going to be it for him, because until and unless you have got that what do we say? What was that item? Wind of Nature. You will be just food for that Cloud, and right in the first minute we can see Matilda right there poking the hell out of the enemies. Gatot will be super low and will die for the first blood, but that's gonna be super dangerous where that was not at all a successful invade. They managed to kill Gatot, but giving 2 kills to Claude right in the first minute of the match. That might end up deadly for their side, Jinx.
Totally. It looks like there was some bad decision making at that point. It looks like they were just trying to harass them, but they went in too deep and they got caught out. And they should not have given those 2 kills to Claude because as we know, as the sooner he gets that Demon Hunter, the more damage he's going to deal.
Yes, and as for looking at the side lanes, we can see that the top lane is not actually being dominated by anyone. Esmeralda poking Lunax, and Lunax getting her health back for the first kill. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, we can see it's pretty much a stalemate in both the lanes, so it will totally depend on the rotation coming in from both the teams. Team DS Paradox, they are running with quite a good mobility heroes, and okay, and this might be it for Aurora. Yes, this will be. Granger was there to finish her off with a basic attack. Rhapsody missing the shots, but Lilia will be there to punish that Bazang. Gatot will be able to go away and recall, and that's going to be a free turtle, most probably for the side of Team DS Paradox, unless Claude wants to do some reckless things. And yes, that's an easy turtle for Team DS Paradox. I think so that Badang should have gone back to his turret as soon as he saw that Aurora was super low and Granger was already locking on to her, because he missed his second skill right there. Jinx.
Okay, that was a bad moment for 2 of their players to die because Turtle was up and they were supposed to hold on until they could have captured that turtle. But sadly they lost, and looks like Team DS Paradox made up for those first 2 kills that they gave away Claude.
Yes, and that might be difficult for Claude right away because Circling Aegis was locked on to him, and Matilda will finish Claude off. That execute really paining him, and that was quite a good move coming from her, don't you think?
Totally. Matilda's early game damage is so OP with her first skill, and it's so hard to dodge too because she has that second skill dash as well.
Yes, and we can see as the side lanes, both the side lanes of Team Apocalypse are being dominated right now, as Uranus has been. That's the third wave that is actually cutting. Meanwhile, at the top lane, Lunax is harassing Esmeralda a lot right now. Since see, Lunax is already level 6 right there, 1 level above Esmeralda, and she's got that damage, and of course she's the counter of Esmeralda right there. Things might be difficult for Badang right now because there are already 4 people for the Team DS Paradox right there. Circling Eagle coming into the effect. There goes in the dive. Badang with his ultimate will be able to finish off Uranus, and that's a 1-for-1 trade. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Lunox was able to finish off that Esmeralda. Claude wants a revenge kill, but he will not be able to, as Purify will be there to give Lunox that movement speed that she actually needs. She's still right there. She does not fear Claude right now because Claude does not have his blazing duet.
Right
Okay.
now, Claude is not going to be dealing that much damage as well. But sadly, the blue team, they all are in bot lane, and Claude is getting a free turtle unless they don't make it in time.
I highly doubt that because he is already very low in HP and Esmeralda is zoning out. He might die by the turtle and he is dead. Esmeralda will secure a kill on that Mathilda, but I think so the turtle should have been the priority. They did get it, in fact, but Esmeralda will have to die most probably for that turtle. And yes, she goes down by the hands of Granger. That was not the best decision making in that situation. I suppose Esmeralda should have gone to help that Claude, and there goes down Aurora as well, out position. I'm really sorry. Her position was actually not that good, going straight in front of Granger, Lunox, as well as Lilia. Jinx.
Yeah, it kind of looks like that Aurora is lagging a bit, and that Claude with that turtle, that was such bad decision making. At least Esmeralda should have come in there and helped them out because he just died from the turtle, and that was such a waste.
Yeah, I agree. But as soon as Claude and Badang gets their Demon Hunter sword, tables will turn in favor of Team Apocalypse because they have got that CC and they will get that damage. Just as you can see, Badang has got his Demon Hunter, and there goes down Mathilda. I actually missed on that action. Can you please tell me what happened to it?
Yeah, it looks like Matilda was a bit overconfident and she dived right into the turret with her ultimate, and then Aurora just freezed and said, nope, not gonna happen this time.
And now in the bot lane, we can see Badang wants to get a kill on that Uranus. They both are actually pretty low, and Granger comes in with his support. No deaths on Nara, so no kill right there. And both the lanes, they are, just as I said, both the lanes are being dominated by Team DS Paradox because, Lunox against Esmeralda as well as Uranus against the Badang. They are
Totally.
not the best matchup, I suppose. But
Yeah.
since just as I said, the team Apocalypse, the draft is more focused on mid to late game. So now, as we're in the 6th minute of the game and we'll be reaching the mid game mark soon, because Claude will be getting his Demon Hunter in about a couple of minutes from now. I feel like the way that Cutout will make the play, the way he the way he will use his ultimate, might change the tide of the game in their favor. Jinx.
And the red team still has one advantage, just the one on the blue team who can stop Claude's ultimate. So as long as Claude plays well, they have a really good chance of winning. But sadly, looks like they're getting caught off guard a lot.
Yeah, and just look at the way Team DS Paradox are playing, and that was a beautiful ultimate coming in from Badang, but that encourage that actually saved the Granger's life. He would have died. He was really, really low. Luna, she actually was overextending. I think so. There should have been a punish right there, but Gato failed to use his passive, and the mid tier 2 will go down as well. No, it does not. It's super low. Claude is right there using the blazing duet, and Aurora will finish Lilia off, but Granger will be right there with that punish. Okay, Jinx, what do you think Team Red, that is Team Apocalypse, need to do in this situation?
Really need to get that Claude farmed up, and Aurora needs to work on her positioning because she's like diving right into the team fights, even though she's supposed to be a backlaner.
Oh my goodness, that was a beautiful ultimate coming in from Ghatot, actually saving the life of Esmeralda, but she will die instead. She should have just retreated, but Uranus was there to stop that. Oh my goodness, that was really a good ultimate coming in from Ghatot Catcher. Did you see that, Jinx?
Yeah, I saw that. I think the problem that the red team's facing right now is that they're not having proper follow-ups. So even if the tank and Badang engage upon the enemy team, there's no backlaners and there's no damage coming in from that side for them to even get any kills.
Yes, and with this, we can see the tier 2 turret of top lane will go down as well, and we'll be having another turtle right now. No, it has switched to Lord right away. if they would have started the turtle right away, it would have been the fourth turtle of the game. And I think so. Team DS Paradox don't want to waste any time, and they have started the Lord. Well, there's no one by the side of Team Apocalypse to contest it, and there goes down the Lord in favor of Team Blue. But I think so. It's going to be pretty easy since it's not the Luminous one. I guess it will be easy for Team Apocalypse to defend that Lord if they play right. Don't you think, Jinx?
Okay, they just need to defend that one Lord, and then Claude needs to farm up a bit more. He already got his Demon Hunter, so he just needs one more item to start dealing that much damage.
And he is being caught off position yet again. Not off position, I would say, but that was a good ultimate coming in from Mathilda. And if there would have been a proper backup for her, then Claude would have been done for right there. I think so. The only thing that Team Apocalypse are lacking is their teamwork.
So they really need to defend this Lord and make sure that turret does not go, but it's looking very tough for them.
Yeah, the mid turret might go down as there goes in Badang using his ultimate but catching absolutely no one. There goes in the circling eagle right on Claude. Esmeralda running there super low, but she will go down by the death sonata of that Granger, and that tower will go down as well, with Lunox getting a last kill on that Claude. And that will be the match, guys. Team DX Paradox wins the first match of the day 2. Okay, so Jinx, another one of your prediction coming correct. So where do you think things went downhill for the side of Team Apocalypse?
Totally. So in the starting, they were getting really caught off guard and off position by this Matilda, and Claude took a really long time to farm, and I feel like that Aurora was sort of lagging because she kept diving into team fights. And yeah, even the teamwork needs a bit of improvement, but no problem. Good luck next time, and we hope to see you again in this tournament.
Not in this one, absolutely not.
Oh, not in this one, next one. Yeah. Yep,
Okay,
my bad.
Yeah, by the way, audience, this was a good correction, okay? So don't start trashing me again in the comments. Well, that will be the match, guys. Team DS Paradox wins it against Team Apocalypse. Congratulations to the winners, and good luck to Team Apocalypse for the future. And yes, the surprise that I wanted to tell you guys, if we reach 5k views in today's live stream, then one lucky winner might have a chance to play a match with your favorite caster, that is Jinx. And yes, I mean it. So keep watching the stream, share it as much as you can to get the views to 5k mark, and you might be, who knows, you might be the lucky person to play with her. That will be it for the first match, guys, but don't you go anywhere. We're having 5 more interesting matches coming right up, so just stay there and stay tuned.
banning.
88, give us a countdown. Our voice.
Your team is banning.
Hello guys and welcome back to the Spicy Jade Cup. We are here with the second match of the night. It's me, Sugar Daddy, and we have a very special person with us who's gonna be casting the match. It is the one and only iPrince. iPrince, say hi.
Hey, how are you guys doing? It's a pleasure to be casting tonight with you, Sugar Daddy. How are you doing? How are you feeling with this match between Blood Oath and BD Warriors?
I am feeling hell excited, man. I think this is gonna be one hell of a match because both the teams are on an equal level and they're gonna give us a run for our money. It's gonna be one hell of a show. So on the left hand side, on the blue side, we have Blood Oaths, and on the red side, we have BD Warriors. And as we're progressing with the ban and pick, Prince, what do you think about the bans and the first picks from both the teams?
I'm kind of surprised why DeFranco is a first pick rotation material here from BD Warriors. Because there's a lot of heroes actually still open in the table. There's still Lina, there's a lot of the junglers still there. So I'm kind of excited whether or not this Franco is going to work. Whether he's going to be landing those hooks or not. How about you?
Yeah, man. It takes a lot of confidence to roll with the first pick. And if it's a non-meta hero like Franco, you just gotta like imagine how good the players are to like give that hero the first pick, man. So I think we're gonna see a lot of hooks coming from this Franco. Not too hopeful, but like still. And yeah, I think a lot of the meta heroes are still open, like Uranus, Esmeralda, and yeah, and such. So
almost everyone, basically. There's still the Benedetta there. There's some Lunox. Anyone that you can wish for. There's even a Granger available for the jungler here.
Oh, not
Your
anymore.
team is
So
banning.
finally we see some meta picks from the right side, or the BD Warriors. It's Granger as a jungler, and we are moving on to the third ban from BD Warriors. So what do you think the third ban is gonna be? Is it gonna be off lane or tank? What's gonna be banned?
I feel like it should be the support bands here. Maybe the Rafaela, maybe the Selena, anyone that can be played in the mid lane. But it seems like they're not going to be banning anything here. A missed ban coming from BD Warriors.
It could be a misban or it could be a strategy. So we are not too sure about it because it's a tournament and anything can happen. So let's just see what they're planning and what they are going to pick next. So Esmeralda banned from the side of Blood Oaths. I would say it's a very good ban considering the opposition doesn't have any offlaners picked yet. So what do you think? What
I feel like for here,
gonna see?
they probably can go here for a Uranus or a Benedetta, even a Lunox, just so they have something to melt that Aldous. But instead, they're gonna go for the Popo and Koopa here. I'm not so sure actually about that pick because it kind of struggles against an Aldous here. But the answer of Eve here coming from the side of Blood Oath. Really interesting picks coming from both teams tonight.
Yeah, they're not playing with the meta. They're playing, I would say, personal heroes, which we
I think so
excel
too.
in, but which are not in the meta right now. So it's gonna be a fun match to watch because these are not the heroes we see in everyday ranked matches, in classics, or even normal tournaments. So it's gonna be a treat to watch these lesser picked heroes. So the last pick coming from BD Warriors is it's gonna be it's gonna be Argus. So that's
It's gonna be an Argus, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna be a treat to watch in the late game because Argus can easily have the best immunity with his ultimate. He's free from everything, man. So everyone's gonna have a hard time killing him, and he's gonna deal loads of damage in the late game. So what do you think? What do you think about the picks from both teams? Who do you think has the better pick, or who'd you bet your money on? Basically,
I'm actually betting my money on here on the Aldous. As much as I want to root for the Argus, I just feel like there's a lot of long range pressure here coming from Blood Oath, especially with the Eve and the Chang'u, and you know the hero picks from the side here of BD Warriors. They don't really have a lot of range. So, how about you, my dude?
I completely agree with you, but I am just because you like put your money on the Aldos, I'm gonna do it on Granger. You know, just to keep things rolling and like keeping it hype for everyone. So I'm just gonna root for the Granger so that they can pull off something miraculous, even with the lesser range, even with the I would say a bit more unusual picks. So let's just roll with it. You are gonna bet your money on the Allos, and I'm gonna do it on the Granger. And
I mean, they do have the early game on their side, especially drafting that Louis. But let us know in the comment section, who do you guys prefer? Are you for the side here of Blood Oath or for the side of BD Warriors? So basically, all teams are just starting here in the mid lane, playing normal. Just clear the mid lane and get your buffs, isn't it?
yes, that's what the go-to should be for a normal match. But if we see anything unusual, that would be a treat to watch. Won't you say so? Like if we see a buff gank, like early enemy buff raid, or yeah, that's the only thing I can expect right now. Which can be called unusual. But what do you think?
I feel like the Argus pick is already unusual. Pairing it up with a Franco and an Aldous. I mean, we've got a banger going on here.
Yes, man. It's like this is very unusual, but I'm very much hopeful to see how they will make it work in the. Oh, and a hook coming from Franco, a flicker hook, and the Lolita almost dies to the tower. But no, she uses her flicker to escape from it.
Oh my gosh, this might be the first blood. Nope. That was so close, my dude.
Yeah, man, that was hella close. They almost, like, they took a second shot at killing that Lolita, but nah, didn't work. The Franco is just camping over the red buff of the blue team. So, what do you think is gonna happen? Oh, he missed.
Ah, he missed it. But at the same time, as you can see, there's already a small lead that is being made in this game because the top lane, the Chow, is just pressuring this Argus so much. And first blood here in the bottom lane. Wow.
Yeah, that was a nice first blood from the side of Blood Oath, and yeah, man, like their mid offlanes are kind of falling. Like I didn't expect that to happen, considering Cho is a pretty good pick for the early game, while Argus is not. But still, Argus is just holding down the lane while everyone is just doing their thing, and the turtle has already spawned. So who do you think has a better chance to take the turtle in early game? Prince.
I feel like for this one, the best team that can get this turtle is probably gonna be the side of Blood Oath because they're gonna be reaching their level 4 first. Obviously, they killed the Popo and Koopa. Sorry, my game just crashed. So can you take over for now?
Sure. I can take
Thank
over.
you.
And it is Blood Oaths who have racked up 2 kills in this fight, and it is a clear win for Blood Oaths in this team fight. They have taken down the Granger, the hyper of the enemy team, or I would say BD Warriors. So, and now it is Team Blood Oaths just taking the turtle while their jungler is not coming to the turtle. Bro, that is unusual, but yeah, no competition, or is there gonna be a competition here in the turtle? Nope, no competition in the turtle, and they're rolling with it. And Cho comes in, single out the Louis. Is he gonna get a kill? And unfortunately, no, he does not get a kill on the Louis. And they're just snowballing at this point, and Granger gets the kill from BD Warriors. And yeah, the opposite team, or Blood Oaths, they lost their tank to the enemy hyper, which is, I would say, not a super bad trade considering it's a tank and they're bound to die in the early game. So Prince, are you back?
Yes, yes, yes. But you know, actually, this situation is already gonna be very, very difficult for BD Warriors to come back because at the very first clash there, they lost 2 kills already. This Aldous is slowly becoming a monster. Look, he's just trying to ult this Popo and Koopa every single time.
Yeah, he has found the small weakling from the BD Warrior side. As weakling, I would like to specify for the early game, and so he's just taking
Oh my
advantage and
god,
he
look at
takes the
that.
kill on that Franco. Back to you.
That is just annihilation. What can you do if you're being dived like that? You just run away. The turrets cannot even protect the side of BD Warriors right now, and it seems like Bloodout is ready to get this game rolling and get more kills.
Yes, sir. Bloodoath is dominating the early games, which is kind of unusual considering that Aldous is actually a late game hero. Like, won't you say that Aldous is the one of the late game monsters and not much effective in the early game? But somehow they're making it work, and they have got a 5k gold lead rolling right now. And
In 5
it's not
minutes.
yeah, in 5 minutes, 5k goal difference. That's huge, and it's not looking too good for the BD Warrior side.
Yeah, I feel like this game is gonna be so difficult for BD Warriors. They don't have the range, they don't have the burst to kill the Aldous late game. I don't know what can they do at this point in time because they're basically giving this turtle away for free to the Aldous once again. Oh, Louis is gonna be caught out here, but at the same time, Eve is just doing so much damage in the backline. But it seems like no one is falling, and they're just gonna be. Uh-oh! Lolita has been hooked by the Franco here, but Aldous just goes flying in. 1 kill for both teams, another one for the Aldous, and is looking for more. He's looking for the third one here, but it seems like Xiao is just gonna be running, and that's it, boys.
That's a major victory for Bloodoath in this team fight. They racked up 3 kills and they lost just their tank, which is, I would say, a huge victory. And they're just taking away the turret slowly. And there is not much that BD Warriors can do at this point. They're just slowly falling behind. Now the goal lead is about 7k in like 6 minutes 30 seconds, which is huge. Don't you say so, Prince?
I think so too. I feel like this game is. It feels like it's over already. The Popo and Koopa cannot even clear the side lanes. The Aldous is just going in without thinking, man. He's just YOLOing this game. Look, boom, 1 shot. He's gonna try for another one here for the Louis. Nope, he's gonna be running away. But what can BD Warriors do here, my bro? What do you think they should do in order to come back from this game? Because it seems like they can't do anything.
I mean, it looks horrendous for BD Warriors at this point, but they still got a chance, man. I still believe they've got a chance, but all they gotta do at this point is just hold out, farm up, lower that goal difference between both the teams, and maybe then Granger can deal some damage from the back lane while the Argus distracts the enemy, and Popo can act as he can single out. A nice hook from Franco, bro. Did you see that?
I know.
Nice hook, and Granger just capitalized on it and took that kill.
But it seems like, you know, the side of Blotto is making a lot of mistakes right now. They gave 2 kills for nothing, but Aldous says hi! Oh my god, what can Granger do at this point? Like, you see that? It's just, this is One Punch Man. It's like,
Yeah,
boom,
he's just-
dead.
He's just Saitamaing this whole thing at this point, but the Franco is doing, like, hooking some nice hooks, man. He's like, just see that, he's like not missing any of his hook at this point, and he's giving it his all. And but that's the thing now, if you lose the early game, a tank can do a lot to like change that difference and turn the game around. So the Granger's gotta up his game at this point and somehow like turn the tables on Bloodoath if they want to win this match. What do you think?
Uh-oh, G-Ranger. The aluminum blast from Lita and Eve. And now Aldous going to him. There was no escaping that one. Seems like they want more blood here. Vector goes in. Louis, you are in a bad position and you're gonna fall down. Maybe next is the Popo and Koopa in the pack, but they see Argus here. Another kill coming from Blood Oath once again. And I don't know what BD Warriors can do, my dude. I feel like this game is feeling pretty grim. I don't know, bro.
completely agree with you, man. It is.
They don't have wave clear. They don't have a Chang'u on their side. There's not even a Farsa.
Yeah, man, it's looking.
Look at
kinda
that
grim
shield.
for BD Warriors, man. They cannot do anything at this point. Like they are holed up in their entire base. They can't even like move out to clear lanes at this point. So, if we see the goal lead, it is about 8k gold lead right now. So, which is huge, man, for a 10-minute match. Not even 10 minutes, 9-40-second match. So it's gonna be hard for BD Warriors, but I'm still not gonna say that it's impossible for them to win. But yeah, you get the situation right. It's hella hard for them at this point.
I don't know. They're gonna be needing miracles, my dude. They should cast their prayers because one hook is maybe what they need. But Aluminum Blast to 4 people, and Aldous is here. That's 1 kill. That's 2, and they're looking for more. That's 3, and that's gonna be 4. Almost a wipeout in the favor here for the side of Blood Oath.
Blood Oath
Wow.
almost just wiped BD Warriors off the game, and it is looking grim. I think, is the Aldous gonna get the last kill on Popo? No, he can't, but he's gonna get the mid inhibitor, and they're gonna move into the Nexus, and Joe just racks up a cheeky kill on that Popo, and they're just targeting the tower, man. Back to you.
Aldous just says, I don't want to play this game anymore. I know we won this game already, and they're just going to be focusing the base. But at the same time, that's a big shutdown for the side here of BD Warriors. But at the same time, you know, they lost 2 inhibitors. Chow is doing his best to deal damage here. But it feels like BD Warriors should just back off and wait for another opportunity like that. I feel like they need 10 mistakes like that coming from the side of Blood Oath to win. But you know, miracles can
Miracles
exist.
can happen, man. It's a possibility, and it's a tournament match, so we can expect the unexpected at this point. But yeah, I'm not too hopeful about it. The situation for BD Warriors, and they're just capitalizing on the mistakes of Blood Oath, and they just took down the choke, and they had an equal exchange, I would say. Both of them lost their off-laners in a skirmish, and just see, they have that range, man, and
I told you that range. They can't do anything about it. Like, it's impossible. And unfortunately for the side of BD Warriors, you know, scaling is not on their side because this Aldous is probably on like 300 stacks now. Imagine if it's on 500. It's gonna be a one-shot monster.
it is already a one-shot monster, but I can't even imagine how much damage he'll deal when he has like full build with full stacks. So he's just gonna one-shot everyone at this point. So, but still, they're making some mistakes. Blood Oath, they're making some mistakes. Won't you say so? Like,
I think so. I mean, I feel like they're making these mistakes because I feel like they realize, okay, we have all the right heroes here. We have all the range that we need. We just need this Lord. Wait for it to march down the base, and basically we win the game. So I feel like this is exactly what they're trying to do now here. Play it safe, make sure to end this safely, and, you know, look forward for the next matches.
yeah, completely. Because at this point, Blood Oath doesn't even care about what's happening. They're just going in, dying 1 or 2, and
I mean, come on, look at that. That's just impossible. They just got wiped out.
And that was unexpected because it was a team fight going on and the tower just bailed on us. And it is a win for Blood Oath against Team BD Warriors. And yeah, man, what do you think? How was this match, man? What do you think about it? Like, what's your take on this match?
I feel like it was very clear who had the better draft for me.
Yeah, kind of lost a bit, but yeah, it's good. It's good.
But, I feel like if they change maybe the Popo and Koopa into something that can hold a lane, at least, maybe the result could have been a lot different, but,
Yeah, it was just a possibility. So let's not talk about it too much because that didn't happen. And it was their pick. They did it, and that's some good sportsmanship coming from BD Warriors. But it was a nice match, an overwhelming victory for Bloodos with 30-12 in kill score and everything else. So that's it for this match, guys. Please stay tuned. We're gonna come up with the next match very soon. It's me, your caster, Sugar Daddy. Along with me, we have the one and only Prince. And yeah, that's it for tonight. Please stay tuned for the next matches. Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you so much for having us.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the second day of the Spicy Jade Cup. This is your caster Crunchy, and this is the third game of this tournament of day 2. And I shall be casting alongside my co-caster Swacking.
Hello everyone, Swacking here, and we're here with our third match. It's going to be the Black Bulls versus Anteku Gaming. And as we can see, on the blue side, we can see an Esmeralda ban, while on Anteku Gaming, we can see that they have banned off the Bakito.
No way we're seeing an Aldous ban. Man, Swag, what do you think about this Aldous ban all of a sudden?
Maybe it's a personal ban, maybe that they have a global Aldous, or a really pro Aldous in the team.
It could be that, but I'm thinking that maybe they are also scared of the Aldous. Maybe they have had a bad day. Maybe they've seen a really good Aldous and they've been personally really scared of Aldous today. Like, I don't know, man. But I'd really not be recommending the Aldous ban to anybody outside of if you know your enemy and you know that they're going to be using an Aldous in their game. Of course, Sarag, but what do you think about the Changu pick that we're seeing from the side of Black Bulls?
Chango right now I think is being picked quite a lot. She has really good wave clear, a lot of burst damage.
That's for sure.
Yeah, so maybe it's a solid pick. It's a solid pick as a mage. It's a solid pick as a side laner. You know, you can multi-role with this hero. So very versatile for sure.
I definitely do agree with you that Changu is very versatile, but I do also feel that she's kind of weak in this meta as the main mage role, considering that her early damage is not really up to the mark. I mean,
also, you do need some crowd control skills, right? If you want to be a valid mage.
Yeah,
Chango has none of that.
Changu gets her slows late game after she gets her Ice Queen wand, so it's not really such a reliable CC.
And we can see the Gatot Kacha and the Lolita picks over here.
Those are some really weird picks. Again, because the Gatot Kacha and the Lolita, I don't think you'll be wanting to prioritize them. I think there are a couple of other heroes. The Matilda is open. You can see that it picks like the Barats, the hyper carries like Claude, everything is open. Of course, Claude will be a second round pick in case he gets countered. But what other picks do you think Swag might have been picked in this situation over Gatot and Lolita?
Your team is
I personally think they picked the Lolita maybe because of the Chango, but maybe a better side laner would have been really strong, or maybe even Ive. Yuzhong is open. Granger, really meta jungler, is open right now too. But they have picked some off-meta picks here like Gatot and Leomord too. But maybe they are good with those heroes, right? Maybe those are comfort picks.
Yeah,
so they're
maybe
going
they
for it.
are comfort picks from the side of Anteku Gaming. They probably are really experienced with those picks and hence they've gone for them. I definitely do feel that in other cases it wouldn't be so wise to pick a Gatot. And of course, you can see that they've finalized the first trace of their draft. You can see the Alpha, you can see the Kufra from the side of Black Bulls, and you can see Leomord. And the bans for the second phase are Natalia and Carry. Why do you think they would have banned the Carry though?
I'm not really sure. Maybe because they don't want the Gatot to be bursted down, or anyone to burst them down. Or maybe they might go for the Uranus pick. I'm not sure.
Yes,
Zaz?
definitely. I do feel that. Oh, you can see the Zaz pick right in
I mean,
over.
Uranus is open too. Uranus is literally unkillable at this point. So strong as a side laner. A lot of sustain and can survive, you know. He can survive ganks. So Uranus is a really strong pick. I'm surprised to see no one has picked that yet. But maybe it's comfort picks. Maybe they have a certain strategy in mind, and that's what they're going for.
Do you think that it'll be a Leomord Hyper or a Leomord side lane?
I mean, I'm seeing the Purify on the Leomord, so maybe side lane, but can't say for sure.
That's a major oof right there. I can see that Claude versus the Zask. I don't think the Zask player is too happy about seeing that Claude on the enemy team.
Yeah, Claude. I'm not sure. The Claude is... maybe they're going for the late game. Also, it's not really good against Lolita, to be honest. And Claude did receive a pretty good nerf, you know? I just don't think, in my personal opinion, Claude isn't really a valid jungler. But they have picked a Roger here for their jungler. Interesting picks, and so far, I feel like the blue side has a stronger late game, but red side they're lacking that late game.
Yes, that's definitely true. But I think the red side definitely is trying to snowball the game, considering that they do have
Hmm.
Roger, they do have the Leomord. If those two get ahead in farm, there's nothing stopping them. Even the Zask, man, do you remember our game from yesterday, man? With the Zask, he just was melting everyone in the enemy team.
That is
Just
true.
no mercy for anyone. And
Also, I feel
looking,
like Pufra is also a good pick here because there's a lot of dash heroes like Gatot with his second skill, Leomord with his second skill as well.
yes, Leomord's entire kit after he uses the ultimate is just based around dashes. I think the Kufra is a good pick into the Leomord, but they drafted the Kufra before the Leomord, so I'm not really sure what they were thinking on that. I think it's the Kufra is more of a comfort pick again for the side of Black Bulls. What do you think about that?
Um, I'm not really sure. I can't say for sure over here. Maybe the execution matters a lot on how they execute these picks. To be honest, we can't really say all of the picks are meta.
That's
I
true.
mean, some are off meta picks over here, as we can see. But hey, you never know. Maybe the squads are using a certain strategy with these heroes, right, to make them meta or to make them suitable for their kind of playstyle.
Yes, that's definitely true. I don't think that every team should be conforming to the same playstyle, and you can see that Roger went for the dive right there in. However, not
Oh, there's a
much
team fight
done.
breaking out.
There's a team fight, and then the first blood landed onto that Roger by the Guinevere. She gets away with a sliver of health, and that's a 1-for-0 trade in favor of Black Bulls, which have managed to get the hyper carry of the enemy team. Man, that is really, really influential. Getting the jungler in the early game means that his farm will be put back by so much. And Roger even took that blue buff. His blue buff is gone. Like, man, Swag, what do you think about losing the blue buff on the jungler?
I do think that's really sad because Roger should not have died on that one. That was definitely a loss for the red side. Very unfortunate. But let's see how this Roger catches up. It's going to be a hard if Roger doesn't have a good early game. While that Claude struggles in the early game, but late game he will definitely give them a really hard
Oh,
time.
and the team fight's breaking
Oh.
out, and again a pick off on the Kufra, but this time it's in favor of the red team. Roger got that one kill and he hit level 4 from it, but his level 4 isn't really that effective since he just upgrades his skill once he already has his ultimate skill, which changes form from one to the other from the start, and he's going right for the blue buff while the Claude is going for the red buff. So both teams are just playing it out safe, mostly just getting a few pickoffs here and there from overextends from each other. I think that it's mostly
Oh, in the
even.
bot lane, there Zats just ulted, but I think he didn't get any kills.
Don't think that Zaz should have ulted there. It was a bit impatient, definitely, and you can see that now since his ultimate is not in, it's in cooldown. That Roger definitely went for the turtle contest, but since his ultimate is in cooldown, I don't think that they'll be scared to gank the Zask or they'll be scared to try and get a kill on him. You can see that Claude went for that mid lane wave with his ultimate. Of course, Claude has such a good wave clear. He can just jungle as well as clear the lanes really fast because of his ultimate and his passive skill, which gives him extra attack speed and potential team
Exactly.
fight over there. In the positionings and Lolita goes in, but she's not really landing anything onto anybody. The
Oh, we keep
ultimate
the
is
ulti
used,
on. Oh, she
and
hit
that
the
trigger ulti
ulti.
onto the Claude. The Claude is stuck. But the Guinevere jumps in, gets a knock up on two people. Oh my god, this team fight is getting very intense. Cobra with the ultimate, Zas with the ultimate. Guinevere gets that kill on the Leomord. Georgia with the double kill. Will he go for more? He seems to be going for the Changu, but he shall retreat. And god damn, man, look at the kills, look at the swag shown by both of the teams. 3-for-2 trade. But I really feel that both teams put on a good show. A lead for the red team. Rogers beginning to snowball, as we had said. Like, what do you think will happen in this game? Like, it's pretty clear that the red side was making a few mistakes.
Actually, we are getting some information from the support team. Is that this is the fourth match? So it's actually Dawn versus Divine Legacy. The third match, the winner was Anteku.
Oh,
Anteku default win, and Black Bulls was disqualified. So this is our fourth match, guys. It's Dawn versus Divine Legacy. Divine Legacy on the red side, Dawn on the blue side.
oh, so that was a big mistake from our part.
Yes, very sorry.
We do apologize for it. However, it is Dawn versus Legacy.
Divine Legacy.
Divine Legacy. Okay, it's Dawn versus Divine Legacy for this match. Black Bulls was disqualified, is it?
Yes, the winner was Anteku Gaming.
Okay. So now that that's cleared up, so it's Dawn versus Divine Legacy on this match, and Divine Legacy seems to be doing really well for on the start. And this is their second turtle that they're going for. Seems to be contestable. The Kachange seems intent on ulting, but the Lolita is just not allowing her to get a good ult. She's very good position.
Oh,
To
and maybe a team fight
especially
breaking
the
out here.
Claude going in for the ultimate. However, he'll be dove on by multiple people. However, he does have the shadow. He has a clone to get on mirror clone image, and the Leomord going a bit too far. However, he shall be retreating, gets a dash, sadly pulls in people with it, almost dies, but Jazaz does go in from the behind, from the lurking from the behind and going in, and there the Roger getting the double kill, the Zask also getting a double kill. This was really one-sided for Divine Legacy. Like, they went with the Roger, they went with the Zaz, they knew each other's positions, and they knew that this was a favorable position for them to engage onto this. And look at that Leomord, man. Like, what do you think about Leomord's push potential in a game? Like, look at him, he's already pushed up that first turret. I'm pretty sure it's going to go down.
Yeah, it's
Swag
going to go
work.
down, and the Leomord's map awareness that alpha is coming, backing out before that alpha comes, is a good decision over here. I'm not sure as to why he recalled, maybe because he had a little bit of HP left, but he does have that spell vamp, right, to gain that HP back fairly fast. But so far, we're not really seeing anything. Both teams are pushing right now. Claude just took his red buff. Maybe we will see a gank on that alpha in the top lane. Roger is looking to head that way. And over here,
And they both
Roger is going in
connect.
on that alpha.
And they both connect, and you can see the Rogers going right in. The Alpha uses the ultimate. How he does have his skill one, goes in. However, he realizes that the Alpha's team has come to back him up, and he also retreats. The Lolita did get the flicker ulti onto the Changu without shield and is overextended, but however, her team is there to support her. The Zask uses the ultimate, going in and gets the kill on the Alpha. That Zask ultimate, he just melts people, man. Really amazing play by that Zaz. He knew when to use his ultimate, and the reposition for the ultimate was also really amazing. Zag, what do you think about Zask as a hero?
Surprised as because the Zask is participating in team fights he's doing a good job in the team fights. It's kind of shocking because Claude kind of counters Zask, right? Because of his ulti,
And you
melts
can
Zask's
see that the
ulti.
Guinevere does get the jump
Right.
onto the Gutout Kacha, but the Gutout Kacha won't be going down. He's a bit too tanky. And look at that, he's just turning the tables of the Guinevere. Guinevere forced to retreat. She just doesn't want to resist that, but the Claude goes for the counter gang. The Gutout Kacha does have his ultimate, uses his ultimate to jump right out of the team fight. He just noped out of there. He saw that Claude, and he was like, nope, I'm definitely out of here. I'm out of here. Like, if he had said that, he would have just been a punching bag, easy kill for the Claude, but he had his ultimate. He knew when he needed to disengage. And man, what do you think about Gadot Kasha? Do you think that he's really a hero that you should be underestimating? Like,
I feel like Gatot is really strong against physical damage heroes, but against magic damage, he's lacking because I just feel like it's not good enough. But an exception is Guinevere because she does rely on a little bit of basic
the
attack
Claude
and her
going in, the
ulti.
Claude does get the jump on him. The Claude ultimate, the knockoff from the Kufra. The Claude goes right back, seeing the Zask ultimate. Real respect for the Zask, knowing that he's got him, and the Lolita ultimate slowing everyone down onto the battlefield. The Guinevere and Kufra a bit too in front. Roger does manage to get the kill on the Kufra, and the Guinevere goes down to the Gatot Kacha. Roger with that double kill onto Claude, going for the turret drive and going right onto the Changu, gets the triple, and that is it, man. That is it. They have a free turret. They're probably going to go for the inhibitor. Amazing engage. That Lolita had her ultimate, and they were used in such succession. They were just waiting for the blue team to burn their skills off. And Swag, like, what is that engage discipline from that Roger? I mean, I am just amazed by it. Like,
That Roger did an amazing job in that team fight. It was really good. Also, you were asking me that my thoughts about the Gatot. I take it back. Did you see the Gatot vengeance after the Claude ulted in? Claude
Yeah.
almost died, taking his own
Yeah,
damage from the Gatot.
like the Zask and the Gutout together pose such a threat. Like, it's just melting the Claude. This is a draft that is definitely actually working in favor of Divine Legacy. Like, the Gutout was
That
a first
vengeance.
and
Oh, in the top
my
lane.
God, in the top lane, the Leomord winning against that Alpha, and the Lolita gets the Claude in the mid lane. What is going on? And the ultimate is procced onto the Changu, the flicker, and Changu has no chance of escaping this, man. What an amazing game! Those pickoffs, they're just going down one by one like a bunch of dominoes. It's just a domino effect rippling through. No chance for the blue team to make a comeback. And look at the Zaz cult. He knows that he can push the inhibitor really easily with that Zaz ultimate. It goes right down, and they're hitting on the base right now. Swag, man, do you think that this will be the end game for the side of the blue team? Like Roger even
Maybe I
can
think
do
this is
more.
the end game. Most probably they should go for the bot inhibitor though, instead of just forcing this fight in the mid lane.
That's
But
definitely
I think this is definitely game because this Roger is fed. He
true.
is just having a time of his life.
And
And
look
nice
at that, the
ulti from the
Lolita
Purr.
ultimate and the Gutout lock up onto the team fight, and there the Gutout wedges this dealing counter damage back onto the Guinevere. Gutout does manage to get the kill onto her. The double kill from the Leomord onto the Kufra onto the Claude. Really good. That Leomord is snowballing alongside that Roger so much. Takes so much. Oops. Too
A
much direct
misplay
damage.
from the Leomord. A
A bit
misplay.
awkward, but I mean, everybody's wiped out from the side of the blue team. So from the side of Dawn, I don't think they have a chance of coming back. And look at that, the Lord will be hitting on the da. He'll be finishing off this game. No chance. The Guinevere does get the knockup, but that will be a GG. Well played. What in an intense match. Just domination, however, from the side of Divine Legacy. Game ended in about like it. I think this was a 10 to 11 minutes game. It was around 10 and 11 minutes.
It was actually 10 minutes. 10 minutes 45 seconds. So almost 11 minutes.
Man, they didn't even wait for the Luminous Lord. Just finish that game. Such a good lead. You can see how much they dominated the enemy team from the ratings. I take my word back. Like this was a good draft from the side of Divine Legacy. I had said that the blue side definitely Dawn definitely had the late game draft. However, they weren't able to they weren't able to synergize. They weren't able to coordinate. They were getting picked off a lot. I feel they could have done better, but GG, well played. This game shall be going to Divine Legacy.
Very
Yes,
well
Swag.
played. Very well played. Yes, but maybe better luck next time, Don. But Divine Legacy completely snowballed that game as they should with the Roger pick. So very nice, very well executed, Divine Legacy, and congrats for your win.
Now we shall be soon heading on to the fifth game of this tournament. The third game, I'm really sad that they got disqualified. However, it is what it is. I think you should be sticking to the rules. You should be sticking to what has been laid out from the start. But GG, well played in this game. It shall go to Divine Legacy. Look at that, Roger. Look at that, Leomord, and look at that Zaz. You can see how much they contributed. And man, I really enjoyed this game. What about you, man, Swag?
Yeah, it was amazing, and I think we should. I think the match 5 will be starting very soon, guys. So I think that's it from us. Yeah, Swag King is signing out for today. Crunchy.
As Swag said, the match 5 will be starting in soon, and that will also be me signing out. And we hope you enjoyed this game, guys. Do go down and like the video and share it to your friends. I hope you all are having a great time, a blast watching these teams fight. Man, such intense games. They're not really wrong drawn, but you can see that both sides did put in their best fight. And GG well played. We'll be signing off. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to the final match of the day at the Spicy Jade Cup. The blue team, we have Purr. They are a wildcard entry as Souls of BD have forfeited their match. On the red team, we have Darwin's game. First ban of the game goes to Purr, and that is the Angela ban. Diggy banned in response. And we're seeing these support bans coming out more and more frequently. What do you think about that, Phoenix?
I think the Diggy ban is a very good ban. The feeding Diggy meta is horrific, but the support meta as well. Angela is really hard to counter to a lot of matchups. They're going to struggle to counter Angela at any point, really.
Yeah, completely agree there. We've got the Atlas ban. I'm quite surprised we didn't see any of the heavily overpowered meta heroes. Now there's the ban there from Darwin's game of Paquito. I think that's a very viable ban in the current situation.
Yeah, the Atlas ban, Purr are definitely wanting to knock out some potential hard CC from the enemy team. So let's see what their first pick is going to be lined up as. Straight in there.
Let's see how the how Darwin's game counter against this Jawhead. We know that he's fantastic for invasion. He's played in a multitude of roles, like tank, core, and off lane. So we'll see how they come to counter that.
Uranus and the Lunux paired together are an incredibly strong pairing here, I think.
They absolutely are. I couldn't agree more. The sustain, temporary invincibility of the Lunox will definitely come into play. Seeing that Hyper Granger come out again for I'm hoping that the tactic works well for them. Selena pick there as well.
So your mic is breaking up just a little bit, Cynic. So coming in for the side of Darwin's game, who is going to be the next pick to counter the Hyper Granger?
They're going to need a heavy front line. I know they've got the Uranus, but it looks like that's going to likely be the off lane. No, it may not. They may be setting up for a 1-3-1 situation, though, with the Lapu there. Final bans coming in now. Darwin's game final ban. Let's see what they pick.
We're going to be looking to counter some of the tanks, and there's the Esmeralda ban, the meta ban. Very good choice.
Fantastic ban. Very hard to counter this hero. Although the synergy between Esmeralda and Angela was already taken care of by the banned by Purr. Bruno ban there. That's a very specific ban. They must be looking to make a play to stop people being able to get close. Hence the long range stuns from Selena, the long range damage from Granger. Let's see how Darwin's game are going to come back from that.
I think they were actually targeting the potential hyper of the Bruno from Darwin's game there.
Absolutely, but there are so many potential hypers out there. We've got that Selena pick for Darwin's game. Very likely to see that played in a tank role. Freya is a very good gap closer. We'll see how that pans out. I wonder if that will be their luck. There we go, guys. We've got the Rafaela. Beautiful support player there. It gives you the enhanced speed and healing combined with the gap close.
The lock-in of the Freya is actually a potential flex pick as well, because she could go jungle if required to pace. But looks like Darwin's game are going to be locking in the nerfed Claude. No, last minute switch to Roger.
Fantastic pick there. His gap closes enable him to dodge those Selena stuns as well as get closer into that Granger, allowing him to really get in his face and do some damage.
I know Purr are the wildcard here. If I were them, I'd potentially have switched to the Freya here for the jungle to counter that really oppressive nature of the Roger in the jungle. Do you think?
But I don't think we're going to see any early game invades of jungle. I don't think we're going to see any harassment of the buffs. Likely that Jawhead's actually going to go straight to lane here rather than allowing the Lapu and Uranus to push lanes and get that early lead. Now, from the general compositions, I'm thinking that Purr have actually got a very, very solid comp. We'll see how that goes.
So who are you putting your money on, Cynic? Are we going for the wild card, or are we going for Darwin's game?
I'm gonna have to say, if the Roger for Darwin's game is able to get off to an early start, he's gonna snowball very hard, as we've already seen in matches today. So it's gonna be hard to counter him if they snowball. If that happens, then my money is definitely on Darwin's game. Already we see in the bot lane, Uranus is cutting lane already, trying to get that early lead on Freya.
He's going to have to be careful though, because Granger's here.
He is, but he's harassing him off of the red buff, putting that delay. Very, very well played by the Uranus.
Rafaela and Selena just hovering around that Litho Walker, just trying to get vision.
Yeah, we're looking at a bit of a clash here in the top lane, but I don't think anything's going to come of it. Small exchange between the fighters, but I don't see much else happening. Uranus is just thoroughly enjoying sitting in that jungle, waiting for his wave to come, so that he can get that further lead again.
They're collapsing in on top side. Quick, look.
They are indeed.
Jawhead's being caught out. Will he get on the tower? He's been stunned.
By Selena. Fantastic, and the response stun by Selena looks like a revenge kill, perfectly done, well executed. The timing of that could not have been better to catch under tower. Roger in, there we go, double kill for the Selena. Are they going to chase a triple? It looks like they may very well do. They don't manage to land the stun, but the triple from the first ability goes to Selena. Fantastic start there for Purr.
That was incredibly well executed there. The collapse and the timing, but the response by Purr is something I really wasn't expecting from them.
Absolutely. They were very, very well coordinated. And they're now moving as a trio into the mid lane, getting that harass down. Looks like they're going to try to come down and collapse on this oppressive Uranus player. I wonder how that's going to work out for them. He's seen them coming. Doesn't look like they're going to manage to catch him. And there we go, Darwin's game. They're securing Turtle completely uncontested.
Uranus has been caught down in the bottom lane.
Manages to dodge the Selena stun. Selena now taking tower hits. And the Uranus is just looking to try and get out of there. There we go. They managed to secure their freedom. Well played.
They really are testing the waters a lot after that initial big fight in the top lane. They're trying to see what they can get out of the enemy team.
Oh, absolutely. Couldn't agree more. We're just seeing some standard wave clears here. There's not really anything going on much at the moment. Uranus is going back to base and to get that mana he's already run down on. We're going to potentially see a pick in the mid lane.
Darwin's game have
big
taken
clash
the
there in the
water.
top lane. They have indeed. Jawhead manages to get the knock up onto Lapu, but Lapu is very, very tanky at this point. There we go, the ultimate in there from Lapu. But Selena's ready to follow up, waiting for their immunity to run out. Stun has landed. There we go, Selena has been caught out though, and the shutdown credit goes to Roger. Fantastic team coordination from Darwin's game there to fight back against the early lead of Purr. Frey has potentially caught the Uranus in the bot lane though. He's looking for that tower dive. We're still seeing this clash continue at the top lane. I don't think we're going to see any further kills there. They're just going for this harass and delay tactic.
Selena is providing a lot of vision around the map with those living wards from her skills. So they do have a vision advantage.
Big,
but it looks like they're being caught.
Ult then there. They look like they're going down. Kill credit there goes to Lunox, but she falls in response to the Rafaela's passive when she dies. Uranus is definitely in trouble there. There you go. Kill goes to Granger. Freya was looking very, very low on health there, but manages to get away. Granger continuing his farm, clears that orange buff. Meanwhile, Roger has retreated to his purple. Have a look up there in the top lane. Lapu is going in for some more sustain. He's got his ultimate, but Jawhead has completely dodged it. just waiting for that CC immunity to run out, and it looks like they're both going to recall now.
It looks like a fight is going to happen around the turtle.
Does indeed. The Purr were looking to take it, but it was contested by Darwin's game and very, very skillfully stolen by the Roger. Absolutely brilliant play there.
So gold-wise, the
think
teams are sitting about even, I reckon.
They really are. There's less than 500 gold difference in it at this point.
Itemization is looking good on both sides as well.
It is indeed. There we go. There's the stun in from Lapu at the top lane with his ultimate. He's looking to finish off the Jawhead, but is just too tanky. Maybe Jawhead's going to throw here. No, misses the throw. Lapu coming in with a bit more poke, but the backup here from Purr is absolutely amazing. Ultimate there from Jawhead. Looks like Lapu's going down. He does, and Jawhead gets kill credits. Well done there. Good play there by Purr. Fantastic teammate support. Ranger may be in trouble. No, manages to dodge the Sylvana ultimate. Well played.
Was that kill worth the mid lane turret?
I don't think it was. That mid lane turret is so valuable. Darwin's game have already taken the bot lane first tier turret. They've now taken the mid lane first tier turret to match. I do wonder if they're going to be looking to rotate and push that top tier now to make it a clean board. Freya looking to push this lane back, but Lapper has rotated down, taking the place of the Uranus. I don't think that the Freya's looking to fight him at all. Stun landed there by Selena, but no follow-up in the bot lane. How do you feel this is going so far? Good stun there by the Sylvana, but Rafaela just heals, speeds up away from it, no problem at all.
The Purr did take a very nice early lead there, but it's been very even. I think they're actually going to slow everything down and play it safely as they can. However,
I wonder if Rafaela is going to manage to get away. She's not. Kill credit there goes to the Sylvana. Beautiful ultimate and stun from her yet again. Very well played.
You have to be so careful with positioning versus these teams.
Absolutely. One stun catch from Selena at long range, and you could be looking at that is all she wrote. Third turtle of the game goes there to Darwin's game. Roger managing to secure that yet again.
We've got a 4-man tower dive in the bot side potentially.
Yeah. This tower has fallen very, very rapidly, and there is not much that Purr could do about it. The coordination of Darwin's game at this point is fantastic. Meanwhile, Uranus is continuing to cut lane top, pushing that tower in naturally. Very, very well played. Great side push there from Uranus.
Purr just didn't seem to have a fast enough response to be able to defend that tower there, unfortunately.
No, they did not. It looks like it's going to fall. Freya doesn't even want to step up to it, knowing full well that Darwin's game are there in the bushes waiting for someone from Purr to make a move, to put a foot wrong, and to punish them dearly for it.
Darwin's game easily pulling off that rotation to the top side tower there to take that for free as well.
Yeah, absolutely no contest there on that tower. It looks like they're going to attempt to continue to cut lane, and I don't think it's going to really be answered very much. Although we are seeing a bit of a collapse here. Are we going to see Uranus fall? I'm not too sure. Granger seems very, very tentative. He's looking for there we go. That's the ultimate down from Granger, but the speed up from Rafaela. We've managed to catch someone with a Sylvana. Oh, fantastic plays there by Roger. One kill goes there. That's a double kill, I believe. Well played there, but Ranger is answering back with a lot of damage of his own. And Jawhead, in the meanwhile, has managed to take second tower there for Purr, and starting to even things out a bit on the map. 7 kills apiece, but this game at the moment does feel to be quite one-sided in terms of rotation and backup and support from Darwin's game.
Purr do seem to be slightly lacking on their willingness to engage and make the play and initiate the team fight. They seem to be waiting on the Selena stun to hit before even thinking about engaging.
Yeah, well, we've seen some Selena stuns hit, but the knowledge that Darwin's game are there as backup is really making them quite tentative. Freya's looking to do some damage to this Uranus, but he doesn't seem to be taking much at all. Selena coming in there, but look at that. His health is still back up to full. There we missed the Lord there. I'm really apologise for that. Lord goes to Darwin's game. Very early Lord. It's not enhanced, but they're going to use that as cover to push for a further engagement. Maybe they'll be looking to take an inhibitor with this.
Very much like Purr, we were watching the rest of the map whilst they snuck Lord.
Absolutely. Sivana just holding this wave in the mid. They're not looking to push it. They want Purr to have to come out of their base in order to get some gold and experience. Beautiful delay tactics. And we're going to see a bit of a clash here in the bot side jungle. No, we're not. Sylvana manages to dodge that stun again. Lord is now coming in for that inhibitor turret. However, here we go. We see Sylvana in, but she's definitely in trouble. Sylvana goes down, same time as Lapu. Huge damage there by Granger. Well played. It may be this is the opportunity that Darwin's game have overstepped, and they are going to be making mistakes. Have they gotten that early lead a little bit too comfortably? We will see. No, it looks like Darwin's game are managing to retreat and disengage very, very tactfully, and they're not going to be looking at any more casualties from this.
I'm not entirely sure how Purr think they're going to be doing this. They don't really have any hard tank to be able to deal or take the amount of damage that Darwin's game are putting out.
However, we're seeing some damage here come off on the Uranus. Now, Jawhead does look to be able to put out quite a bit of burst there. So if he does manage to catch one of the Darwin's game squishies, we're looking at them disappearing very, very quickly.
If we have a lull in the gameplay, if we bring up the items that Purr and Darwin Gaming have got,
Absolutely.
Purr have no anti-heal at all on their team. They haven't selected anyone to take on the role of making sure that Uranus can't just heal up after every fight, as well as the Lunux.
As well as the Roger. Don't forget, his life steal becomes absolutely dominating as his health lowers. Roger still looking to dominate this this position. There we go. It looks like, Jawhead shut down, caught out in the bot lane. Meanwhile, Uranus is fighting the Freya and doing their best to distract, attracting all of the attention. They're well stunned there by Selena. Looks like Uranus is going down. Kill credit there goes to Freya. We're one down on each side. I don't think that this is going to be a smart time for Purr to engage, though, considering the fact that there is now a 6k gold lead in favor of Darwin's game.
Selena just poking with the stuns, just trying to find those marks to see if they can engage. Not landing any, unfortunately.
Unfortunately not. Now, the combination here between Selena and Rafaela should be something to be very, very fearful of. The ability of Purr to engage at such speed, and yet we're not seeing it really happen.
The Lunux has just picked up her Holy Crystal, so we are going to be seeing some damage spikes coming out of her.
Absolutely. The game still has not rectified her ability to double alternate, so we'll see how much sustain and damage she can put out now that she's obtained that power spike in the Holy Crystal. Jawhead looking for a pick. He's managed to find the Lapo, but I'm not sure it's going to backfire on him or not, because the Sylvana is coming in. No, she chooses to retreat. Well, it was a very smart decision, knowing full well that there's that backup of the Selena, the Rafaela. Granger's got great mobility across the map.
Purr have done an exceptional job of slowing this game down and trying to move it back into their favor.
They have indeed. Now it looks like they are threatening Lord as Darwin's game just to hold the attention of Purr so that Uranus can push that top lane in. Freya's decided to answer that though. Here, are we going to see an out of position Sylvana here getting shut down? I doubt it. Purr looking in to come in to contest the Lord. Their ultimate's down. Good damage there by Roger. Not quite managing to get the kill on the Jawhead until he flickers away. There we go. He manages to take him down. It looks like it's going to be a clean slate here. Full wipeout there by Darwin's game. It's looking like this is going to be the game-ending moment. Phenomenal play there by Darwin's game. Absolutely dominating, and from very, very early on, managing to counter the coordination of Purr.
Lord was just bait.
There. Lord was just bait, as I said. That was a phenomenal game. Well played to both teams, but an absolutely resounding performance by Darwin's Darwin's game. I can't think of any coordination I've seen so far that has actually compared to the backup and support that they've given each other throughout. Very well played.
Purr just lacked that little bit something, that definitely the anti-heal in my opinion, to the point that Selena and Freya both ended up masking just to try and, I don't know, potentially catch up with some gold.
I agree. It was that and the lack of a front line. I don't feel that they had a solid front line there.
I think that was definitely a fantastic game by Darwin's game there.
It was a very, very good game. Thanks for tuning in, guys. That was the final match of the Spicy Jade Cup Day 2. Please do tune in tomorrow and we will give you more amazing gameplay for you to watch.